Hey, everybody out there who's considering getting yourself a beer pong table, you need to know a couple things before you get started, and hopefully this quick video, I'm gonna try to keep it really quick, is gonna help you in your little purchase decision, because it actually is more important than you think. There's a couple things that you really need to know before you buy. So let's start getting into this. Okay, so what is the step number one, or what are some things that you need to consider before you buy? And that is, do you want to build your own table, or would you rather just buy one that's already been pre-made and designed? There's a couple things that you should consider with that. There is obviously going to be how technical are you? Do you have the skills, or do you have a buddy who has the skills to be able to build up a beer pong table from scratch? And do you want to spend the time doing that? Also, what is your budget? Basically, on buying or building, there's some budgetary considerations. So, let's see here. Let's go on to our next slide. If you are building rather than buying, do you really have the space in your apartment? Do you have your space in your condo or in your home? Some things that people don't really consider when they're buying or building a beer pong table is that if you're building it from scratch out of plywood or out of other random materials that you can get from a hardware store, once you build that table, it is not going to fold down or collapse unless you're very, very handy and have built that into it from kind of the get-go. If you are building one, you might want to consider actually making it foldable, though, because otherwise you're going to have a piece of furniture inside your place that's not going to be moving. Once it's built up, you're not going to be able to take it through a door, or you're not going to be able to just kind of set it aside or put it in your closet, so to speak. So one thing that is a beneficiary about having a bought one is that they can fold up and go in your closet. So also, how fancy do you really want to get it? And we kind of went over that. The more fancy you make it, the more it's going to cost, and oftentimes you'll end up spending more money on one that you build versus buy. Even though you think that you might be saving money in the first place, the costs actually do rack up quite a bit. So I want to consider that when you're deciding to build, which is not a bad option if you are handy. If you're buying, do you know the quality of the place that you are buying from? I mean, is it a fly-by-night kind of just someone building kind of beer pong tables out of their backyard or in their garage? Or is it someone that is a reputable real business, or who actually sources from reputable businesses, kind of like a retail e-commerce store? You might want to look into that. Basically, I mean, either way, you'll probably still do pretty well. To be honest with you, there's a lot of really good beer pong table retailers out there right now. But it is something that you want to look into and make sure that they look like they're quality tables. Also, you want to look out for hidden fees, because this is kind of a big tip. A lot of tables look cheap on the front end, or not cheap, but pretty reasonably priced. But when you get to the back end, they'll add on a bunch of taxes, which isn't always necessary, especially on the internet, but some places do that anyway, and shipping, which is upwards of $20. I've seen actually $40 to $80. The average, I think, is around $25. So be careful about that and estimate that into kind of what you're looking at on the front end. So just be careful about that. But what I would recommend you do is check out beerpongtable.net. That is our site, and we do have free shipping going on right now. So you will want to probably check out our selection if you like the idea of free shipping. We have quality tables that I think you'll really like, and basically go on and check it out. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.
Too small to acknowledge you. Impossible to copy like what everybody try to do. We cool as some dudes on the ways out in Malibu. Falling hard baseline, pop through the alley, you bang. Coming through this thing like James in the air, hyper 3 on my hand. This came, pretend you forgot my name.